Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video on our channel, and today we are going to discuss regarding very big update that is coming in from TCS. And this video is going to be particularly dedicated to TCS Ninja interview selected candidates. So if you are selected for TCS Digital or TCS Prime interview, you may drop out from this video. I have posted a separate video for TCS Digital and Prime interview. Go and check that. I will give the link in the description box for this video also. You can go and check that. This video is not for digital and prime candidates. Again, I am saying this is only for ninja candidates who are selected for ninja interview. Okay, so that's it. And those candidates who have recently given the TCS exams in January for 2024 batch, the TCS NQT for priority colleges, they got their results, and I have already posted regarding that. But some of them got digital, some got prime interviews, and some got TCS ninja interviews, and they are going to have their interviews in the coming week. So and also another batch have their assessment in the coming week, so hopefully they are also going to get interviews in the end of February or starting of March. But before moving on, we're going to see all the details, all the things you need to prepare for TCS Ninja interview. But before moving on, make sure if you are new to our channel, to subscribe to our channel and join our Telegram group for any discussions. And also, after subscribing, make sure to click on the bell icon, because we post many hiring drives, onboarding updates, exam details, everything regularly. So make sure to not miss out on any of them. So let's see what is happening in the TCS Ninja interview preparation. So you are not going to get much time after getting your results. You will get only 2-3 days before you get your interview scheduled. Okay, maximum within a week you will get your interviews. So first thing you need to prepare is going to be your introduction. Make sure to add your strong points in your introduction as well. Okay, and then they might ask you what is your preferred subjects, or they might not even ask you. So one thing you can do, you can add your favorite topics or preferred subjects in your introduction as well, so that the interview is directed on that way. If you can say that I am interested, or I like studying SQL, or I like doing work with SQL and Java, there is a good chance that they will ask you some questions from SQL and Java only. Okay, so and make sure whatever you are saying as your preferred subjects or your strong points, make sure to have a strong base on that. Make sure to have a clear concept on that, so that you can answer all the questions from there. Next, there is a coding. So there is a very little coding questions asked in TCS Ninja interview. For digital and prime, there is a good chance of asking coding questions, but for ninja, there is a very low chance for asking coding questions. Even if they ask coding questions, they are going to ask you the basic coding questions which all of you have done in your first year of college. Fibonacci series, largest number in array, or hardly they might ask to sort array. Okay, those type of basic things, recursion, these things they might ask. Next, going to be SQL. So there is a good chance of asking SQL questions from like they might ask a particular function name and what this function do. Okay, or they might ask you ask you to write a query from SQL as well. Okay, SQL is a good percentage of interview candidates get SQL questions in interview. So how to prepare for SQL? If you already have proper knowledge of SQL, I have my playlist, YouTube playlist for SQL basics. You can go and check that in the 2x speed. You can get the revision done within like 1 hour or 90 minutes, like that. And if you don't know SQL, go and check the playlist in 1x. You will be able to answer all the queries they are going to ask you in the interview. If you watch the playlist, all the videos, like there are 11 to 12 videos hardly, go and watch. It will take hardly 2.5 hours, like that. And you can go and watch that and learn SQL very easily. You will be able to answer all the queries from that. Next is OOPS. OOPS is one of the most favorite topics that interviewers ask question from. So four pillars of OOPS: and what is abstract class, what is abstract function, print function, overriding of a function, okay, overriding versus overloading, polymorphism, different types. These type of questions they are going to ask you, okay, from OOPS. Make sure to have clear basics. Along with all for all of these topics, you must have one example ready, one real life or one coding example you must have. Okay, they won't ask you to code the OOPS, they'll ask you just the basic concepts as theory. Next will be exception handling. So basic things like basic keywords, try, catch, throw, these things you should know what these things does. Okay, finally, you should know the basic keywords and what is the function of these things, okay, for exception handling. Next will be database management system. They might ask you some questions from acid properties and normalization, but there is a not so good chance of asking questions from DBMS, but they might ask you questions from like what is one to one, one to many, these basic things, not a very high-fi questions. Next will be some situation based questions that might be some HR type questions as well. Okay, if there are more than one persons in the interview panel, so there is a good chance one person might ask you HR related questions or situation based questions like that, like why TCS, why you wanna join TCS, why do you see yourself in next 5 years, like that. Okay, and last but not the least, whatever you have written in your resume, make sure to have a proper knowledge, at least know the basics of your the things you have written in your resume, everything like from trainings, internships, certifications, whatever you have written in your resume. If you have not no knowledge about those things, do not write it in the resume. If you have knowledge, then write in the resume. Okay, whatever you have written in the resume, make sure to have knowledge about that. So that's the basic things they are going to ask in the ninja interview. Ninja interview is basically easy thing, okay, compared to the digital and prime interviews, and there is a good chance of clearing ninja interview if you have a strong concepts. Okay, so that's it. If you have any query, you can comment down.